Welcome back to the 10 Pence Arcade Podcast. I'm Alex Crowley, and with me today on his rock and roll journey... Hang on a minute, you're not a rock and roller. Rock and roller.
I'm a techno head.
I'm the rock and roller. It's Mr.
Shaun. Holly. How are you, mate? You all right?
I'm good. I'm knackered. I've just had to shift up a gear to do this podcast because I haven't had my nap. I usually have a nap when I get home from work, and I haven't had my nap, mate. But I'm on full firing on all cylinders, mate. Ready to rock and roll.
That's
for this
good.
Podcast.
You had a Red Bull there, didn't you? So that might help.
I did, yeah. Yeah, I'm back. We're back, guys. We are back.
Yes.
So, let's start with you, Shaun. What you been up to, my good friend?
Well, got some apologies.
Yeah.
A couple of apologies, addenda and errata, as the Pie Factory guys say. Apologies about not remembering that Batsugun is highly regarded as the first manic shooter, not Shenmue that I said. And I knew this. The first maniac shooter, Bullet Hell, released by Toaplan in 1993.
Yeah. Nice. Well, why are you on is that the only apology you got? Or you got another one? Because I've got two. Let's just get the apologies out of the way. I've just got to apologise for...
I have one more.
Oh, go on then.
Rygar... I don't know what I was thinking. Rygar's mini game room tour from last month wasn't Rygar's room at all. It was Martin Deadlock's room.
Well, that's a huge mistake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Poor Martin. He was waiting for all that acclaim and you just binned it.
Rygar says, nice of you guys to grant me legal ownership of Deadlock's game room. I've got the bailiff's book to clear it out next week. While I'm waiting, I've had a few goes of this month's game. Yeah, he's put a score there. We will talk about this game in length on this podcast.
Well, let me just get my apology out of the way as well then. The Donkey Kong thingy you were on about on the last podcast about the mathematics involved in getting off the level. I didn't quite get what you were trying to explain there. Obviously is some mathematics involved. There is kind of like a formula that you can follow, which I did not realise. So my apologies there. So yeah, can you explain a little bit more on that, Shaun, what that was about?
No.
He didn't do maths then at school.
No, I didn't. I did. I did it, but now, like, I'm a spreadsheet genius, so I've got maths coming out my ears. But yeah, I did get what he was on about, and I think we didn't put the link up on the podcast, upon the last podcast. I'll do it this time. I'll put the link on so people can see, because I sent Mr. 20 to 5 it, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to have to debunk this because it's not true." And then later on, he said, "Hang on a minute, it might be true. This formula might work." But yeah, I'm going to put the link on. I'm going to write it on my pad. Link to DK Springs full stop. There you go. It's on my pad.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to have an understanding of maths to understand it, what is actually going on. But I think, yeah, I mean, it's delving really deep into the game, isn't it? When it's getting on that level, for most people, they just want to play and enjoy the game. But yeah, it's still pretty cool though. Still stuff being found out about the game. It's just never-ending giving. It's just constantly giving, that game.
Tis.
So what you been up to then, fella?
Oh, you say your stuff first if you want.
Oh, okay. Data centres. That was my other apology. I did say that data centres use up a lot of water. I watched a documentary on that, actually. They don't use hardly any water at all.
Ah.
Yeah. Which I found the catering industry actually used the most water. But yeah, so, this urban myth about AI taking up all this water is actually is all wrong. They don't use any water at all, hardly any. Anyway, so just wanted to get that out of the way, guys. So what have I been up to? I've been doing loads of stuff. Been super busy. What are we, July now? June. I was super busy. So I went to see Mammoth with Tony Temple and his son, who's a really cool guitarist, Ollie, and his mate Dan, down in Southampton. Went to see Mammoth. Have you heard of them, Shaun? Do you know
No,
who Mammoth are? Well,
no.
Mammoth is basically Wolfgang Van Halen's group, the son of Eddie Van Halen. Really great band. He actually plays all the instruments. What are you messing around with there?
Nothing. Just tucking myself in.
Really distracting.
Sorry, I was just tucking my shirt in. Sorry. Got you. Carry on.
Mute your mic.
Yeah, I should have done that. Yeah.
Um,
I forgot how sensitive these mics are.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a really good gig. Really enjoyed that. In fact, it was amazing. I thought Eddie Van Halen's son was really good. He doesn't really like to mention his father that much, because obviously people expect so much when you're the son of such a legend.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to do that. He's a brilliant musician, great songwriter, and his band's fantastic. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Also went to see, you won't know, and no one will know this guy, Peter Oxley, who I was repointing his house in Oxford. Did a lovely job on his house, repointing it all. And we got along really well. He's a musician. And he invited me along to his Spin Jazz Club in Oxford to watch him play with his partner in crime, Nicholas Mear, who toured with Jeff Beck. Unbelievable guitar player. And both of them together were amazing. Tiny little gig in Oxford. It was on that really hot day, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
It was really hot in there, but I enjoyed the music. Fabulous gig. So yeah, really getting back into my gigs again. And Peter's off to America. He's going on tour this month, so I wish him all the best. So that was really cool to see a bit of jazz. It's like jazz fusion, so it was mixing sort of world music, rock music with jazz undertones. It was really, really cool. I loved it. Really enjoyed that.
I once said jazz is someone throwing a piano down the stairs and then recording it, and
Well, yeah,
sitting on a guitar as well.
I've always said I've never really been into jazz, but it takes on so many different forms. It's a bit like rock today, There's so many different forms of rock. You can't just say I don't like rock when there's just, there's mixture of reggae and rock and rap and rock and like really thrashy rock, metal. It's the same with jazz. There's different aspects of jazz, and I'm sure you'd find some parts of it quite enjoyable. Depends what you're into. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. What else have I been up to? Oh, went to London Gaming Market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Left really early. Left at 7 in the morning. Got down there for 8:30. Right in the centre of town, London town, Russell Square. Picked up loads of games. Got loads of pickups to show you in the pickup section, and I'll probably do a video of it as well. Yeah, it's really good. I got there early because I helped Tootie and a couple of the other guys, Rob, offload their wares because they're always stalling out. And he lets me in free. Well, he gets like a free ticket, so I get to wander around before it's open to the punters, which is nice because it can get really packed in there. So I do like a couple of hours, do the rounds, pick up some games, and then I shoot off. I literally shoot off by the time the doors open. I'm gone.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Unless there's someone there I know, but I haven't seen anyone there I've known for a long time. There's a few faces. Alan Chan was there. Who else? Trying to think. Wasn't that many faces there this time. But yeah, for me, it's just about picking up a few games, get a few bargains, and head off back home. It's not too bad. So that was cool. And yeah, and just battling through the heat for the last 3 days in June was just so hot, mate. Did you cope with that?
I really struggle because I get sunburnt going outside, and I find it very uncomfortable being that hot.
Yeah.
So this room where my man cave in, it's a bay window, so it's like
Mm.
it gets the sun in the summer, so it's super hot, and it's cold in the winter.
Yeah.
And it was so hot in here, I just couldn't bear it. So I sat in the front room for 3 days. I didn't turn my PC on. And I started watching this Death in Paradise with wife. Death in Paradise. So we watched 3 or 4 of them. I thought, oh, that's pretty decent, this.
All
And
right.
then when it cooled down, I tried fans, I tried all sorts in here, and it just would not cool down. So when it finally cooled down, I got in here and felt like playing games again. But it's just not for me, this hot weather. I just don't like going out on it. It just does not agree. I get burnt really quick. So
Yeah. What's this new series? Death in Paris? Did you say? Is this a new
Death in Paradise. That
Oh, Paradise.
it's like a very very sort of gentle whodunit Miss Marple kind of a I don't know. They're each. You know, like Midsummer Murders, where someone gets killed in Midsummer every week. I don't know how they do that. I'd move out of Midsummer if I was them. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very nice kind of gentle. That there's a murder and then people sort of solve it. And
Sounds like a sort of program you would find on a Sunday evening after Songs of Praise.
yeah,
Would I
it's that
correct?
kind of thing. There's a few of them. There's like
Just before Last of the Summer Wine, in between Songs of Praise, that kind of
yeah,
vibe.
there's Returns of Paradise. There's 3 or 4 of them going on,
Yeah.
and the characters move in between the series. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's strangely compelling.
Is it raunchy?
No, there's no raunch in it.
Ah,
There's not even any fighting really. It's
not
just
mate.
it's just
Not for me.
yeah,
Sex sells, Sex sells. If there's no raunchiness in it, I'm out.
yeah. If I want me zombie films, I have to watching it here on my PC. I have to watch anything with a bit of blood. Jan doesn't like it.
Right.
So
But let me just say, those 3 days I saw something amazing. And it's not the first time I've seen this amazing thing, but this is the first time I actually saw it up really close. And it was incredible. It is our slippery Sid of a friend, the grass snake in our garden. It is amazing. We've got a 4 foot long grass snake in our garden. And this is well, I've seen it a few times, but never been able to capture a really good picture of it or capture it on video. And I was just walking down the side of my games room, and there it was just curled up, just basking in the heat. And I jumped because I knew what it was straight away, and then it hissed at me and started to slither off. And then our cat came out, Pixie. She was curious, and it started hissing at her. And it's incredible. It's about 4 foot long, easily 4 foot long, this thing. And the last time I saw it was about 3 years ago, and it's had loads of babies since then. So I've seen loads of little ones in the
oh
garden.
yeah,
And he's obviously doing really well because we've got loads of frogs in the garden, and Nush actually captured him eating a frog. He had half of it down his gullet the other night, and I've got that on video as well, which is incredible. So they're feeding off the frogs and breeding in our garden, and it's just amazing to see. So guys, if you don't know what a grass snake is, it's totally harmless. It won't bite. In fact, it would probably slither away before you can even see it. They're so timid and so scared. If you ever see one, don't kill it or do anything with it. It's just a good sign that you've got good biodiversity in the garden. You've got loads of wildlife, because they'll only come into your garden if they need something to eat. And obviously in this heat, they're loving it, aren't they? They're coming out, they warm up because they're cold-blooded, and they can get around a lot easier. So yeah, pretty incredible. Have you ever seen one of them, Shaun?
no, not. You showed me a video, didn't you, of it?
Yeah,
No, I don't think I have.
it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a massive snake, and then it sort of slunk down a hole, didn't it? Or was that a drain that it went
Oh,
down?
yeah, trying to get up the gutter to
Oh,
escape. But yeah, it's just amazing to see. I don't think I've ever seen a grass. That is our longest snake in the UK. Obviously, we do have one other snake, which is the adder, which is venomous, although it couldn't kill you, but it could give a nasty bite to a dog. So you've got to be careful when you're in the New Forest, where there are lots of them, that your dog don't get bit, because that can be pretty lethal. But the grass snake, totally harmless. And it's got tiny little teeth. The last resort, it would bite you, but I've never heard of anyone getting bitten by a grass snake. So yeah, that was really cool to see. Lovely seeing the wildlife, mate. So what have you been up to, old fella?
Oh, I had an excellent meetup with the neighbours. This is the second one. You know the neighbours that we never see, and I mentioned it before Christmas that we met. We met up again. Went to Akbar's, which is a big Indian in Blackburn. 4 couple. Was great to get to know them better. What was fantastic, these guys I sit here said, my name is Sizu. I will be your waiter for the evening. I thought, what? Wow. Yeah. Anything you need, just give me a shout. I said, oh, can I have another Diet Pepsi and all that? Like, yeah. Okay. And then he came over and he said, everything good for you? And then he took our order, and then he really looked after us. And that customer service
is what you want.
Yeah, which is very rare in restaurants, I think. So they come, like even in the posher ones, enjoying your meal. Yeah, right. I'll come back and get you sweet later on. But this was really good. So we give him a tip and that. And
oh, that's nice. What did you have to eat?
Forgot.
That good, is it?
Is that good? What did I have?
Would you have beans on toast or something? Bit of Worcester sauce.
Oh my God, I can't remember.
Bit of brown sauce, mate.
It was an Indian, so I must have had. Oh yes, I had butter chicken.
Butter chicken? That's not Indian, is it?
Yeah, butter chicken with rice.
Sounds a bit weak. Don't you like it a bit hot and spicy?
No, I used to when I was younger. So I have
the old jalfrezi, mate, or the fowl.
I have like a korma, or this is butter chicken, and it's really nice, really tasty, made with butter and chicken. Would you believe? Yeah.
Washed down with a cobra or a kingfisher?
No, washed down, but with water on the table.
Well, you got to have a cobra in an Indian restaurant.
No, I don't drink, do I? So
no.
I think they might have a Cobra Zero. No, I doubt it.
Bit of naan bread, bit of naan.
Oh yeah, we said right. He said, "Do you want a couple of family naans?" I said, "Yeah, go on then." And they came on this big skewer, hanging from a skewer, and it's like a almost like a towel hanging off this skewer.
Sounds Mongolian. You sure you weren't in a Mongolian?
and you could pick at this naan bread. It was like a huge, big, like almost pear-shaped thing hanging off this spike. So you could pick at this naan bread. No one finished one of them. We got 2.
Nice.
Yeah, a family naan.
Did you take a little bag, doggy bag home with you?
Yeah, my mate did.
Yeah.
Me and Jan weren't bothered, but my mate did. Yeah, he got doggy bags, plural. Yeah, got a few bits. Actually, he left us some, and we took a korma and rice home.
It's nice next day, isn't it?
It is somehow warmed up. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Can't beat it.
You got to be careful with the rice. So you got to really warm rice.
I don't usually have rice. I never cook rice twice. Goes in the bin if I haven't eaten it.
No, we nuked it in the microwave, sizzling. You're okay if it's next day and it's in the fridge.
Yeah. Do you watch the football?
No, I'm not asked. I'm not. No, it's not. Does not appeal to me. Football.
Fine.
Yeah, are you watching it?
I'm not into football either. I don't follow football, but I will watch the national team and go through all the agony like everybody else does every single time. You know, we all say the same things, but at the end of the day, we're just an average team. Always have been, always will be. And to get as far as we do, I think is cool. If we get a bit further, then even better. But never expect much off them. No, it's fine. I don't mind the odd game, but that's about it. I don't follow league football or any Premiership football. Not into it at all.
No, I'm not. I can't be bothered with it anymore. I used to like football, but not anymore.
No.
The only sports I like, is the esports of the podcast. Podcast esports. That's a sport, isn't it?
Really?
Sitting on your bum, yeah, playing in arcade games.
Oh, yeah.
You can turn that into a sport.
Well, this podcast is esport, isn't it?
Yeah, esport podcast, yeah. Might change the name. Right. Oh, look at this. Donkey Kong will live forever, I've said. 8-bit boy who was helping Retro Russ run the Donkey Kong off DK9 in Bury. A fairly average game for me, but the Webcom, there's a Webcom, a new in-browser way to play Donkey Kong with multiplayer features and a leaderboard. So, and a pace chart. So it's... I see another Donkey Kong thing, and it's every month, and I think, yeah, it's a great game, but it's one of them that people just love, and it just...
Yeah, I mean, there's so many other great arcade games, though, you know.
Yeah.
I was chatting to Matt about this, Matt Garrett, because, I did a game room tour of his collection. He said you should do like a Gorf-off,
Yeah.
Good. Gorf-off, or Ghosts and Goblins off. That would be great. That'd be a great game to do a competition with. Set up 10 Electrocoin Goliaths with Ghosts and Goblins would be amazing. Maybe I should do that. That would be cool, because that is another game that's renowned to be quite hard. Not many people have finished it, and I think that would get quite an audience. It's got me thinking there.
But maybe you can point press it. You can point press it, can't you? And get huge scores.
Well, it depends what ROM you're on. There are different ROM sets. Some you can, some you can't.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Oh. One more thing. I've been researching the arcade club Ghost, right?
Ghost? Is this a real ghost? Someone was actually spotted?
Yeah, while I was there was plates flying across the kitchen, and there was...
You sure that wasn't Tony getting annoyed?
There was... sounds and that, and what I used to do, because quite often on a Sunday evening there was just me left in the club, so I'd lock everything up and then sit down in the bar area on floor 2 and pour myself half a pint of punk IPA, and I just sit there and relax, ready for the drive home. And I heard all these footsteps upstairs. I said, oh God, there's someone left in, I haven't turned the alarm on. I go up, like someone running up and down. So I went up, no one there. Locked up again. I think, oh my God, all these footsteps running up and down.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't left the game on or anything? You haven't left Kung Fu Master on?
No.
Go upstairs, no?
No. And I've been on my own as well, and felt like during the day, like also like during some days when we went like earlier on, like I did I sorted out the stock. And everyone goes home, and I was on into my House of the Dead 5. So everyone had gone home, and I just played that until I completed it, Scarlet Dawn. And then I felt really, really cold, like proper cold. What is this? That scared me.
Really?
And the girls who did the cleaning felt like breaths on the neck, so they wouldn't go together. This is all on floor 3, right? So
you've done your history.
I've done my history on it.
What did you find?
I found out that there was a guy called John Thomas Yates of Bury Mill. I found him in a British newspaper archive, because there's nothing online. I asked that chat JP. Oh my God, GPT, and they didn't know anything. We said can't tell you anything. Try the National. I can't speak tonight, can I? The British newspaper archive. So I found it, and I searched for John Thomas Yates, and there was a fatal accident. So I put that back into ChatGPT, and they said, oh yeah, this article establishes the earliest confirmed fatality at Brickhouse Mill, not Bury Mill, it was called Brickhouse Mill. Confirmed fatal accident, victim John Thomas Yates, aged 13. Occupation Doffer, which is removing the full bobbins and replacing them with empty ones. Residents Wash Lane, that's Arcade Club. Employer, inquest by Mr. Dearden. Morning Post, Monday the 23rd of July, 1855.
Wow.
The report states that John was carrying bobbins to a woman working at a winding machine. To reach her, he crossed over a horizontal transmission shaft. See, everything's locked up after this. Approximately 14 inches above the floor. A torn portion of his trousers became caught in the revolving shaft. He was dragged repeatedly over and over the shaft. His head repeatedly struck the stone floor, and he died immediately from catastrophic injuries. This is a classic example of greatest hazards in 19th century cotton mills. There was an inquest, and they decided that the accident was a result of culpable and willful negligence, and also not having the machinery fenced off. But they ultimately returned a verdict of accidental death because they didn't want to rattle the mill owners, didn't want to upset the mill owners. And that is the first known one. Apparently, there could have been more. But that's who we think is haunting still. I haven't heard anything from the new staff, actually. Haunting Arcade Club Floor 3. Oh, and we saw one of the it must have been security guys, said, look at this security camera. Like a 1 second blur across the camera, like moving.
Who saw that?
One of the security guys. He says, just watch it, and we slowed it down. It's just like a blur, like a black blur that goes across in daylight. This is so a lot of stuff gone on there, really.
Mm.
But that's what we think he is, John Thomas Yates, and he's getting his revenge because he thinks he was misjudged.
Does it bother you? I mean, would you go back there and work knowing that there was a ghost there? Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I think I do believe in ghosts. Yeah,
It wouldn't bother you working up there late on the 3rd floor again if you had to, knowing there's a ghost there. Would it bother you?
I would think about it, but I don't think it would bother me too much because I had to switch all the machines off at night on a Sunday night quite often. I forgot all about it, to be honest, and quite often for the last 10-15 minutes, like I said, I sat down, had half a pint before I went home, switched all the alarms on and then left. But I was all alone in the mill and it didn't bother me, but I'd forgotten about it. Like once, like I said, I felt extremely cold, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna go quick. I don't know what that was.
Strange.
Yeah. Jan's mum sees loads of stuff, and she just shrugs it off. We could talk about loads of ghost stories, but we don't want to do that, do we?
I don't have any. Well, not personally. I know people that have seen them. My granddad reckoned he saw a ghost of a jester down at his bit of land in Cornwall. It used to scare us as kids, but I never saw it. I've never seen a ghost ever. But I'm open to sort of stuff like that. I'll listen, but I won't believe it until I see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jan's mum shrugs it off. She sees quite a lot of things. She was in having her hair done, and this guy walked through with these 2 barrels, and it was getting on at night. Well, later on. And she said, who's that with the 2 barrels? Oh, you've seen old Jim. He comes through. He's a ghost. They're 2 big pug dogs. They're not barrels. Right. And she saw him. And then when her husband died, right, a long time ago now, she saw him on the fence, and she could smell his cigars in the house until the funeral. And after the funeral, it went away.
Strange.
But she picks up on all sorts of stuff like that and just shrugs it off because, no. Not for me, I'm not asked.
Some people are more perceptible to it, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, so that is that.
What games have we been playing?
Right. I thought I'd go back to Moon Patrol.
Why?
Because there's Moon Patrol Unknown Territories, a hack of it. So I played through the original Moon Patrol. It took me so many credits to get through it. I used to be able to 1cc that, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be able to 1cc it. This is called Moon Patrol Unknown Territories. And you change one of the ROMs. It's a bit tricky to do it. You have to change a few preferences in MAME to allow unknown ROMs. And it's randomly generated courses on Moon Patrol. So if you die, it starts again. There's quite a few different enemies. And it just throws everything at you. You know, it's very clever, but it's randomly generated courses, so then it's not the same. That's why it's called Unknown Territory. It's very clever how they've done it.
Every game's different.
Yeah, decent one. Also, this is from Tagster, right? He says there's a new Dodonpachi out. I thought, right, okay. I think I've told you I'm losing my love for bullet hells. I still do like them, but like not massively now. I like the old school stuff better now. But there's Dodonpachis is resurfacing. I think the last time was on some hardware that was in Leeds Arcade Club. Dodonpachi. This is Dodonpachi Resurrection Reignite Steam demo. So I downloaded the Steam demo, and the demo is a very hold handy. So you can have it on auto fire, which the Japanese love. It's always on auto fire. If you get near a bomb, if you get near a collision, it will set a bomb off to save you. One of the others does that already. And there's a lot of hand holding, but you can turn it off and play the original. Okay. But it's more of the same. They have a very distinct look to Dodonpachis, and they're all almost like remixed music and remixed baddies, but you're playing like iterations of a game. It's not a complete reboot each time. Like right from the original Donpachi to Dodonpachi, you can tell it's a Dodonpachi game. You get to a bridge on all of them at a certain point. Yeah, so that's it. What have you been playing, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really put any time into those. I'm not really into bullet hells at all, really. Just not my bag at all. What have I been playing? A lot of Metal Slug, which obviously we'll get into. I fancied a modern game, actually. I've got a PS5 and I haven't picked it up since I played Elden Ring, which was sort of last year, really. But I was playing a lot of retro, a lot of arcade games, and I don't know, I just fancied a new game. And this game I've been thinking about getting for quite a while. It's Baldur's Gate 3. It's basically Dungeons and Dragons. It's turn-based, so it's very similar to the old turn-based games of old, like Julian Gollop used to make, like UFO, Enemy Unknown and Rebel Star, but on a much larger scale and better graphics. Just an incredible game. And this is the closest game I've ever played to actually playing Dungeons and Dragons, the role-playing game. And it's amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. I have not put it down. The voice acting is better than any movie. It's brilliantly scripted. There's so many characters in there, so many decisions, very difficult decisions to make, which can alter a multiple of paths. You can go in so many different directions. If you was to play it, your game would be completely different than mine. And this is what I like. And so many variables as well in the combat. The combat is amazing. I mean, there's just so many different ways of killing some enemies. It's just so cool. Like, I didn't realise the other day you could put you've got like backpacks. You've got all your infantry in your backpack. And I was just organising it the other day and I put some explosives in the backpack. And then I thought, I wonder if I can throw my backpack. So I just threw my backpack into a load of enemies and then shot it. And the whole thing exploded with the enemies. And I just thought, that is cool.
Oh,
just things like that. Just so cool, I've got like spells of raised dead and stuff. And you can take them back to the camp and build like a little army up, then take them back in there. It just just an incredible game. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm about halfway through it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's probably the best modern game I've played in a long time. You know, it's like a game of chess. You know, it's a thinking man's game. You know, there's great storyline. You do a bit of exploring, then you come into sort of a combat area, and you just sort of scan the area and try and work out what you're going to do, what the best kind of things to do in it. And it's just incredible. So yeah, I've been playing that. Awesome game. I've also been, because I've had the Metal Slug in the Lord's Vale, I've also been playing a bit of Top Hunter. Have you done that one for the podcast, Shaun?
Yeah, what's the other name of it? Is it Spin?
No, that's Spin Master's a different game. Top Hunter is kind of like a sort of, what would you call it? Action platformer, I would say. But you can jump across,
Planes,
so you've got
yeah.
foreground and background, and you can jump between the fore and background, which is quite cool. So stuff going on in the background you can interact with. Anyway, yeah, I've been playing a bit of that. It's a really good game on the Neo Geo. Unusual game that I've never played before. Thoroughly enjoying that. If you like something a bit different to play on the Neo Geo. So yeah, that's about it really, mate. Most of my time has been Metal Slug and Baldur's Gate, I have to say. Right, we've got no Game Room picks this month, have we?
No,
or have we?
No, nothing, no.
Might have a little bit in the feedback, maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe we go straight to podcast pickups.
Podcast pickups.
What have you been picking up, Shaun?
This is a potential pickup from me, from Tagster said. This is the bullet hell I was on about. New stages, new character, new music, and new elements for a new challenge. See, this is the demo I played. So yeah, we mentioned that. I think I might buy that, you know, because it will work on my powerful PC. But like I said, if I play bullet hells, I play them differently than you should do. You should keep your enemies alive on the screen, chain them.
Yeah.
And you get massive, massive multipliers. As long as you can keep the chain going. If like 5 or 6 seconds and nothing appears on the screen, you lose your chain.
Yeah.
So I don't do that. But yeah, I might get this. I might get it.
You don't buy a physical, you'll buy a digital copy, would you? And download it. Yeah. Did you hear Sony's announcement yesterday about they're no longer going to be doing any physical games for the new next gen console?
Yeah. Well, and the PS5 they said, didn't they?
Really? PS5 as well?
Yeah, from 2027, I think.
Yeah. So I've had lots of debates about it today, actually, with fellow collectors and stuff. Mixed really, and I can see sort of all sides of the debate, really. I mean, for me, physical collecting has always been a big part of my life. I've always enjoyed buying a game. And I've also sold a lot of games over the years as well. And sort of my collection's evolved. I've had different stuff I've sold on. And I think that's the great thing about physical media is the fact that you own it and you can sell it and get maybe a third of the price back, even more. If it's a Switch game or if you've completed it in a very short time after it's been released, you can almost get your money back. But you can't with a digital copy of the game, can you? You can't sell it on. You can't loan it to a friend either, although you can on the Switch a little bit. So that's my grief with digital. But then, you hear the counter argument, we don't own... You have updates on the physical release anyway because they're always updating it, so you don't really own that either. But you can still sell the disc on. Like I bought Baldur's Gate for 50 quid. I could put that on eBay and probably get 40 for it. So I've probably paid 10 quid for it. So it has its bonuses, physical media. And I think to completely shoot yourself in the foot, I think, by alienating a lot of people that do still collect is ridiculous. Really, you should give people the choice whether they want to buy physical, like we have it now. Basically, still do physical, but have the option for people to buy digital as well. But I fear that the way it's going to go going forward, I think in 10 years' time, I probably won't even have a console. I'll probably have a PC. And I think they're shooting themselves in the foot, because why would you want a PS5 if you can just stream the game or just download it? You might as well just get it on a PC, mightn't you?
Yeah.
There's no point. And like Nintendo would just be like a streaming service, I would imagine. A bit like Netflix, where you flick through and you pick your game. Which is a shame, really. I think it's a shame that it's going that way. I don't like it, but I'm going to probably be forced into it, buying digital games going forward. And if that's the case, then I probably will just get a PC. Because owning a dedicated console, it's not really going to have anything different about it, is it, really, going forward? I don't think. What do you think, Shaun?
Yeah, my lad, he hasn't got any physical discs whatsoever. He just downloads everything.
He's not interested.
No, he's not a collector, but he does play loads and loads of games.
Yeah.
And he's got a Steam library. What's it, Ubisoft and Battle.net? You know, there's a few of them, isn't there? There's a few of them that have their own sort of portals.
And does he have enough space on his PC for all his games? Because surely after a certain point, you're going to have to start deleting some, aren't you?
Yeah. Like if he's got like 200 games, he's probably got 50 downloaded.
Right.
He must have more than that, because he buys all the deals. But he does play.
Yeah.
He does try a lot of them, because he likes the indie stuff. Because the big megabuck stuff, it just turns him off, you know, because they can be too polished, and they can be too like tutorials and cutscenes and all that sort of stuff. But the indie stuff, he's really into, you know, like the first person shooters. I can't sort of remember any names, but he does like them.
I think the majority of youngsters don't really care about owning physical, but then still there is a lot that still do. I mean, I was at the London Gaming Market on that Sunday. There was loads of kids there buying games. You know, my son still buys physical games. Still people out there. You know, when you look at vinyl, the way that's come back again, people still like physical stuff and collecting for it. I think it's just a shame, you know, because these companies can just delete the game at any point in time and that game's lost forever. You know,
yeah.
If you've actually got it physically, you own it, don't you? You don't own any of this stuff. It's just nothing. It doesn't exist really, just downloaded on your console. And if that breaks, you've lost all those games. It's crazy, isn't it?
I've got about 40 to 50 DVDs that I keep. So I know, you know, they're forever, because I've got a little DVD player, so I can play them. I've got, I don't know where I picked this up from, Predator Quadrilogy. So I want to watch all them, 4 Predator, Alien versus Predator films. I'd like to watch them. I've got all the Untouchables. I wanted to watch that before we did Dead Connection. I haven't watched that. Yeah, but there's loads of stuff that you want to keep.
You do, because if you was to try and find those films on one of these streaming services like Netflix or Prime, it won't be on there, or you've got to pay £4 or £5 for it. Yeah, where you could go down to a charity shop and get that for 50p probably, couldn't you, and have it forever.
Yeah.
And that's why I've started building up my movie collection again now, because I realise that actually I've watched this film quite a lot, and I'm still going to carry on watching this film every few years. I'm not going to keep buying it. I'll rather just get the DVD of it. So there is a place for physical media. Be the same with games. You know. But anyway, enough said on that.
Yeah, I don't think the physical is going to die out anytime soon. Whether it's retro or whether it's Sony has a rethink or whatever. Yeah.
Well, talking of physical, I picked up at the London Game Market Shadowrun Trilogy on the Switch. So this is old. This is the Mega Drive version, the SNES version, and an updated version. It's a classic sort of Dungeons and Dragons RPG, isometric viewpoint. Really cool game. I loved playing that on the Super Nintendo back in the day. So I picked up that. There it is, Shaun.
Oh, very nice.
Shadowrun Dragonfall, Shadowrun Returns, and Shadowrun Hong Kong. So yeah, I look forward to that. It's like cyberpunk sort of
Oh,
RPG.
oh, is it? I'm not. Yeah, not that familiar with that one. I've heard of it.
Picked up some Mega Drive games. Atomic Runner, which I used to own a PCB of that, and I've played the Mega Drive version because I've played it on my Everdrive. I actually think the Mega Drive version plays better than the arcade version.
Isn't that called Chelnov as well?
Yes, that's it.
Chelnov. Yeah,
Yeah, good little game there. Sort of endless runner type thing.
yeah. Could have invented it. Could have invented
Yeah.
endless doings.
Ranger X, which I haven't played yet. I've heard so many good things about this game. It's supposed to be really cool. It's like a run and gun game. Ranger X on the Mega Drive.
Is that a new one or
No, it's an old one from back in the day.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember that.
It's supposed to be really good. Really good. So I'm really looking forward to playing that. I also picked up the Toe Jam and L games. I played one of these.
Yeah, I've got one of them. I've got one on the Everdrive, but I don't.
Have you?
Yeah, I don't really play it really.
Panic and Panic on Funkatron. I've never played that. So looking forward to playing those.
Full of humour they are.
All right, yeah, really cool. And loads more, which I'll probably show in my video. Picked up got a subscriber, Peter. Got to say a huge thank you to Peter. He sent me a load of vinyl. Loads of stuff that I remember from back in the day. Not every band I probably would have brought. There's a lot of Genesis there. I don't mind the odd track of Genesis, but I'm not like a huge fan of theirs. But there's a couple of tracks like Mama's quite good, and there's a couple of others I've had to listen to for the album. It's not really for me, but there was some other great stuff in there, Peter. Def Leppard, Hysteria, that's a great album. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms, like fond memories of that when that came out. And Marillion, Misplaced Childhood. God, I used to love Marillion back in the day. They were kind of like your working class prog rock. You had all these Genesis and all these other big prog rockers that were quite sort of, well, it almost felt like the rich men's gang. They had all this expensive keyboards and stuff like that, but it never felt working class like when the new wave scene came along. And you just had, bands like Human League and Soft Cell and all that. That was like your working class kind of synth stuff. But yeah, Marillion were, if you listen to the lyrics, they're very working class. They're Scottish band. They did Kayleigh. You remember Kayleigh?
Yeah.
And Lavender.
Yeah.
So songs that are on that album, really good album actually. Oh, Fish. Do you remember Fish, the lead singer?
Big guy.
He was a big guy.
He wasn't a fish at all, was he?
He wasn't. He had gills.
Yeah.
But yeah, funny looking fish. And I picked up some more artwork from Ollie at the arcade shop. So I attempted to put on this new side art for my Lord's Veil. It didn't fit. So I sent him loads of pictures of the cab, because apparently there's two different shapes to the Lord's Veil. And either I got the measurements wrong or he sent the wrong one. So he sent a new one out. I haven't applied it yet, but I will do that for my next Neo Geo video. I hate putting side art on. It's so tricky sometimes, just getting all the air bubbles out. You want it to be perfect, but there's always something in it that bothers you, that goes wrong. So yeah, but I've got to do that at some point. Yeah, and that's it really, mate. That's my podcast pickups.
That's tons. Well done.
Oh, lots there, wasn't there?
Yes. I don't pick stuff up. I'm not a collector. Don't matter. Shout outs.
Friendly shout outs.
This is a shout out to Mr. Victor Marlin and his trip to Japan. I've been following it on Substack.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been going through all the game shops and then putting up what he's eating and what he's picking up, and I don't know. I hope he's got a massive suitcase. I picked up these Famicom carts. I'll pick this up and that up.
I picked a really cool game up that I think you did a podcast on, Insector X.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So he picked up the Famicom version, which I didn't even know existed. So I had to look it up on YouTube. It looks really cute, like little cutie sort of horizontal shooter. Very faithful to the arcade, whereas the Mega Drive version, completely different art style. Whereas the Famicom one's more faithful to the arcade. So I might have to look into get that. He was well chuffed he picked that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He sent me a picture of it. It looks so cool. I hope you're having fun out there, Vic. It looks really cool. Really envious. I'd love to go to Japan.
Yeah, he said it's my birthday, the 30th of June. And then I remembered, I think it's 3 years ago, on Vic's birthday, we went to Galloping Ghost. Me, Vic, and his wife Tori went to Galloping Ghost. We went all around Chicago. We went to the Underground Retrocade. We went to Logan Arcade. We went to all these different arcades. Didn't see much of that was it. Yeah, met Pete Hahn. That was it. There was I think I might have mentioned it on the podcast, a Canadian forest fire that came over and obscured the Chicago skyline. So we never saw it. In the four or 5 days we were there, we never saw it.
Oh,
but that was 3 years ago. Would you believe it?
Wow.
Anyway, yeesh. So, feedback.
Listener feedback.
Thank you for that. We've got tons. We've actually got tons. Thank you very much.
Great. Love reading the feedback out, guys. Keep it coming.
Right, so we check them one at a time.
Yeah, you go first, buddy.
And then have a brew and carry on. This is from J. Ping Barber. Aren't parents brilliant? It's like that what is it? Fast show. In milk, brilliant. I was having another mind wander the other day and was remembering how much my dad supported my video game hobby, even though he didn't have the slightest interest in it. Yeah. One that sticks out is when I had an obsession with the game Elite. I played it at school and I thought it was the greatest game ever at the time. We couldn't afford a BBC Micro. I think that was the best. I think we've mentioned this. That was the best home 8-bit version, was the BBC Micro one.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford one at the time, but my dad found somebody selling an Acorn Electron with the Elite. I wonder if that worked. The only problem was they were somewhere in the Peak District and it was winter, so my dad drove me there in his works van from Salford up the hills of the Peak District into the driving snow and bought it me for Christmas. Now that's dedication. He is no longer with us, but I will never forget that thing there. I am sure the listeners of the pod have similar stories. We have to find some. It would be great to give them a shout out. Take it easy, J. Ping Barber.
That's a great story. I used to Elite. What a great game. Next up is Eric How am I going to pronounce that, Shaun?
Amundsen, isn't it?
Amundsen? Eric Amundsen. Hi, 10 Pence Arcade. I'm Eric, the solo developer of Nova Swarm. It's a small arcade space shooter, score chaser, coming to Steam on the 6th of June. Sorry, the 9th of June.
That's the one we talked about last month, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen any shots of it? Any gameplay?
I think I have, yeah. Yeah, it's very, not bullet hell, but it's. I think it takes a bit of license from Gallagher, but there's loads going on, loads of bullets, and it looks beautiful anyway.
I found the show through Gallagher and Doggy-On arcade episodes and the High Score League angle. Nova Swarm is obviously a modern Steam game, not a cabinet classic, so no worries at all if it is outside your lane. But the heart of it is quick runs, clean survival, upgrades, leaderboards, and trying to squeeze one more wave out of a tiny ship. Steam page with trailer and screenshots is here. We put a link in the show notes. Thanks for taking a look, and either way, I appreciate the arcade work that you do. Best, Eric. Tiny Foundry. We'll definitely check that out, Eric. And guys, check it out. If it's as good as what he says it is, it sounds right up our street, though, doesn't it? Like a proper arcade game.
It does. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like unlockables and you can upgrade your ship and that. It seems really good.
Go on.
Right, look at this one. There's loads here. Brad Smith. Thanks for the great podcast. Even though I'm in a flat, I can't play. Even though I'm in a flat these days with no room for arcade cabs or even a game PC. I use my Legion Go. I think someone else mentioned that a while ago. Really good, like a Steam Deck. And I still listen to you guys and sometimes watch Alex's videos. Anyway, you were talking about a virtual pinball, and I thought it'd be cool if someone used a big old 3D TV with glasses to make a 3D virtual pinball table. That would be really cool, I reckon, because you don't need tons of 3D depth. Anyway, keep up the good work. Also, Bourbon's own custard creams. I don't think so. They come close second. But they're no match for the mighty custard and the cream. TTFN, Brad. Thanks, Brad.
Ian Funk. Hi, guys. Been a while. Catching up on the podcast. And was great seeing Mr. H at the Kong Off. Mega pleased to hear Alex jump on board with the AES Plus. You bet, buddy. As a wee scallywag, I used to drool over the Neo Geo adverts and mags like computer and video games. Sometimes literally don't make adverts like that anymore. But you could only dream of owning an AES. I love the MVS, but I haven't had much luck with reliable boards over the years, even single slotters. So given the AES Plus is based on reproduced chips, I had to buy it. Don't blame you. Slight concern about running MVS carts with adapters, voltage spikes, etc. But we'll keep an eye on the community experience with that. Great to be able to own some of such awesome catalogue officially, though. Keep up solid work and biscuit munching.
Biscuit muncher, going to lunch, that's all you eat. Another
I'm
one.
excited about that too, buddy.
Yeah, another one from Ian Funk. He's got the second lot of funk. A second lot of funk is coming into our earwaves. I remember coming across a Lord's Vale on a campsite up in Scotland running Neo Turf Masters. I said I never saw a Neo Geo, but I must have done because I've played these games. I didn't know it was a Neo Geo. I didn't have enough cash on me for it, so I put in 10p in a 2p fruit machine instead, which I've never seen before nor since, nor the coin slot. But I won the jackpot for £2. Overly enthused about my win, I fessed up to my mum and dad. Naturally, Dad went ballistic at her nipper gambling. My mum went ballistic at her nipper gambling, and I was made to contribute to the family ice creams. It's not gambling, is it? Not really. Finally remember Dad grumbling about ordering the ice creams the following day, assumed it was because he didn't understand the fuss my mum has made. It was only later years that I realised because my £2 of ill-gotten gains covered the cost of my ice cream, and he was fleeced buying the rest in order for my mum to teach me a lesson. I miss kind of being that ignorant to the world around me now. He said,
We've got Gaz Quickfall. Have you ever seen any of these 80s arcade game shows? Brilliant. I need to get it out there to you guys. This episode is a good one. Starcade. Yes, they've been floating around on YouTube for a bit. They are good, mate. They are good. They're American sort of ones, aren't they? We didn't have them in the UK. We had Games Master, didn't we?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Still cool to see, though, with original cabs.
I wasn't familiar with Starcade until a few years ago. Never heard of it. Oliver Underwood, 10 yards, and he's 10 yards on Kong Arena. Hi guys, really enjoyed the podcast as a new listener. I've even started going back and listening to a few of the original podcasts with Vic recently. After hearing 10 yards email, this is Oliver Underwood. After hearing 10 yards email about read out in the last episode, I thought I would drop you guys a line just to add some of the work he's doing. Oh yeah, right, this is Oliver Underwood, yeah. Some of the work he's doing within the Donkey Kong community, nothing short of exceptional. He's a very modest guy and it wouldn't even blow his trumpet. Is this the guy that did loads of like hacks? I think he is, isn't it? The Donkey Kong community has exploded with activity in the last few months, with the Australian Kong off a few days ago. Congratulations, Jeff Sutter, and of course our own competition here in the UK in May. 10 Yards is working on something that will change the Donkey Kong community forever. Kong Arena. When it's finished, it'll be an online hub. I think that's what the 8-bit boy was talking about earlier. An online hub with different challenges every week and competition with scoreboards globally. With the help of Rowan, Europe's top-seeded player currently, and a few other dedicated players helping to test, it is really going to be something special. 10 Yards and the guys deserve every credit. If anyone is interested, please feel free to share the Discord server. There's a Discord link there. Thanks so much for all you do with the podcast and keeping us informed on events and news in the arcade scene. Cheers, Ollie. Thanks, mate. This is a good one. Do you want to read bits of it?
Tankster. Hello, cheeky chops. I've just got back from a 6-day event called Brisbane Academy and Pinball Collective 2026. It's a 2-hour flight from Melbourne, where I live, and it's the 9th year of the event. The event consists of console, arcade and pinball comps with around 350 people in attendance, all up. Comps include Australian Arcade Championships across 8 games, seen on the cards below. The highest score per game gets 100 points, second 99 points, etc., etc. The top scorer gets a medal. I took top on Konami's Surprise Attack. This is a great game, by the way. One for the podcast. Never heard of it.
I haven't.
Surprise Attack.
I'll write that down. Surprise Attack.
Right. Surprised by that.
Surprise.
Also,
Attack.
if you get a certain high score, you win a trading card of that game. If you get all 8, you get the gold card. See my picture for the full set. All scores are accumulated, and the top 9 make the finals, where it's a head-to-head on 3 pit games. I didn't make it through to the next round this year, just the semis. Tough competitors, top 3 win trophies and cash prizes. There's also an N64 Mario Kart and GoldenEye comps, Worms, and the console championship, which is the same format as the arcades. Each comp has pin badges, trophies, etc. Here's mine from the year. Also picked up a medal from the Arcade Perfect podcast. We got inducted into the Oz and New Zealand Pinball and Arcade Hall of Fame for the Arcade Perfect podcast back in 2024.
Did you used to listen to that? Sorry. Did you just listen to it?
I did.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, the amount of work that they put in. I think I joined one of them. I think it was for 1942. And there were like 17 versions of it. So we had to find the best one, but there was a lot of work that went into each one. So they did well to keep it going as long as they did.
Yeah, just looking at the pictures there, these are cards he's got and posters on his wall that mean a lot to him. Obviously, the Australian Arcade Perfect podcast. That is cool. Superstars of 2019, Hall of Fame. Nice, mate. Did you get to meet Walter Day? You must have done. He's done the Kong Life.
I met him at NERG, and I chatted to him about transcendental meditation above all things. Very gentle, nice man.
Yeah.
But at the Kong Off, he was just swarmed with people. I didn't want to bother him, to be honest. He was just swarmed with people wanting photos and signatures and all that sort of thing. So I didn't bother with him. But yeah, I've met him in the past. Taxter said it there. Keep up the great work on the podcast, guys. It is the #1 arcade podcast to me. Thank you, sir. And there's also the Aussie Kong Off took place on the same week as the BPAC. It's part of the same thing. So there was Saturday. You get 3 credits to put up a high score. The top 15 make it through to Sunday. 16 to 24 have a simultaneous start B grade final, and then there's 8 players, and then there's all them rounds that they play. I played Michael Bonaface Edwards in 7th place and won. In the quarterfinals, I got knocked out by Jeff Sutter, who was the winner. Jeff got the highest score on Saturday. Jeff got to the final. It was the first Kong Off. It was his first Kong Off, and well deserved. Australian Kong Off is the longest running competitive Kong Off event in the world and has overtaken the USA. I didn't know that.
It's incredible.
Hmm.
They're still doing it in the USA. They must be, mustn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to read this one from? There's loads.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic. This. Go on.
Woody, Alan Woodhouse, good afternoon. Firstly, thank you for all the entertainment over the years. I wanted to tell you a funny story of when I was sitting on a plane enjoying your podcast. Then my Bluetooth connected to my kids' headphones, and the first thing they hear is biscuit review, biscuit review. The kids cracked up laughing, and now they think I'm a weirder than they did before. Yeah, I do that at work. I've got a little speaker, Bluetooth speaker at work, which I listen to my podcasts on, or music or whatever. And someone will either WhatsApp me or leave a voice note, and I press it and I forget that it's linked to the speaker. And then, I don't know, yeah, some clients have heard some funny messages over the years. Some work. So yeah, he goes, he completely missed the Metal Slug when it was released, but been enjoying it for the last 10 years plus. What a game. The sprite art never fails to wow me. Also, the MVS Lordsvale cabinet, and my artwork on the sides doesn't go to the edge. Right, okay. There's quite a big gap from the edge of the artwork to the edge of the cabinet. We'll upload my image of the score. Yeah, I know that, Woody. There's a few people that have got the same artwork that doesn't cover it correctly. I could have just gone with that, but I thought, you know what, let's get this right. You know, how many other people have ordered this artwork, gone to put it on, and it doesn't fit? So let's get it right. So Ollie's got the right scans for the right cabinet going forward. Because if that many people have got it wrong, then it needs to be corrected. So that's what I've done. So hopefully we'll see in the next Neo Geo video whether this fits. And I'm determined to get it right, because it wouldn't have been like that back in the day. It would have been done properly.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's from Woody.
Right, Chris Naylor. Hi, Shaun and Alex, and Vicky in the distance. A big good day from the bottom of the world. Another Australian listener. Finally, I feel equipped to write, having spent the last year listening to the entire series, squeezing in live stuff now and then. So it's good to find a worthy successor to No Quarter, which occupied my ears for the previous year, and from which I learned about your esteemed show. Not only is 10 pence on a par or better, it has also enhanced my vocabulary. So now my friends scratch my head.
How has it done that?
When they hear
How
about,
has it enhanced your vocabulary?
When they hear about skeletons, spiders, and snakes, and sword-wielding robots from the future, playing a round of gloff among the burbs, wasps, and mosquitoes. That's fake, isn't it? By some strange quirk of time, I was in the UK in your year of birth. Oh, the podcast year of birth, 2014. I spent a couple of days in Cambridge where I drawled my way around the Centre for Computing History. I haven't been for years there. I'll have to go down. With a bonus visit to ARM headquarters nearby, and explored the towns that produce so much of my favourite music, Manchester and Glasgow. Finally, I caught up with my
might bumped into each other.
Finally, I caught up with my parents, also there on holiday at a place close to Shaun's heart, Blackburn, UK. I have lived most of my life in Blackburn, Australia. See the pictures. There's some pictures there. I put them on the website. Low boy and the big boy. Are these low boys things like
Australian?
Yeah, exclusive to Australia.
Oh yeah, because my mate Tony, Electric Adventures, has got a few. I'd never heard of them until he started showing them in his videos. They're quite common over there. Pretty cool though. Yeah, you probably were at the Computer Cambridge Museum when I was there in 2014. I'm pretty sure I went there. We used to take our cabs there for a show. It used to be like a load of collectors. Do you remember?
Yeah,
you came once, didn't you?
Went a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good, wasn't it?
Enjoyed that. Then he's saying, but I digress. Having compressed 12 years into one, thanks to the magic of podcast technologies, I just want to say thanks for educating me on the finer points of custard creams. Not quite Tim Tams, but a guilty pleasure nonetheless. Repointing of walls, licking of anode caps, and spreading condiments on my jammer boards. So long, and thanks for all the audio candy, resonant pings, demented sheep bleats, and classic honks.
Awesome, dude. Great pictures there, mate. Love those pictures.
I reserve my thoughts on the 10 Pence Orchestra. In your respective faces, Chris Naylor. Thank you, Chris. Lovely podcast, that.
Nice. We got James Retro Import Gamer. This is off my YouTube channel. Shenmue is a magnificent game, Alex. It's my favourite shooter on the Saturn by far. It's very much in the Truxton and Raiden mould. There's also versions of it on the PS1, PS2, and it's dirt cheap on POW PS2, but it's called Steel Dragon. This and Raiden are my favourite shooters. Yeah, Raiden's a great game, mate. Really cool game. I have to check that out. Now that I've got the Saturn with the EverDrive, I should definitely be downloading that one.
Nice.
Next one is Orange Whip or Whipster. Now, this guy's from Canada. I can't remember your first name now, mate. But you're known in the community as Orange Whip. He's been around a long time. Like, I think I got to know you through John's Arcade. I'm pretty sure I did. Really nice guy. He says he's correcting me here about the Donkey Kong. He says that part about the Donkey Kong spring level is new to me. I don't think Alex was understanding what he was referring to. Yes, we know there is one that drops shorter or longer or whatever, like Steve Weed taught us in the King of Kong. But what the story is about is what spring does it. It isn't just random, but there is a mathematical calculation, so it can be calculated, which is the next spring that will work. So you don't just see it or guess at which one it is. You know which one it is. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. It's all making sense now. And the fact that someone's actually worked that out as a mathematical equation is unbelievable. As I say, that game just keeps on giving. It really does. And then I'll read this last one out from my YouTube channel. It's Dave, Retro Games Play Badly. Not my usual rambling comments as I'm out walking the pooch. There's another bit of vocabulary for you Australian listeners. Pooch. I used to bunk off school and go in Selby Arcade, Small World. Sadly gone now. It's one of those stupid bandit betting places. Great podcast, chaps. Dexter approved. Cool. Thanks for all the feedback, guys.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed reading it.
Excellent. Thank you. Right. Biscuit review.
Biscuit review. Biscuit review. I don't know about you. Biscuit review.
This is... we may be repeating some of these now. We've done so many.
You really are. They really are a repeat. This is like watching the BBC. It's just the same old thing regurgitated every podcast.
I think this may be a double. We'll try not to get the doubles, but it's a McVitie's signature caramel chocolate round. They're really nice. That's all you can say about them. There's about 8 in a pack, so Vic would approve. They're like caramel and they're chocolate and they're round, and they've got a base on. How do you like them apples?
Yeah. It just looks like a Twix, differently shaped.
It possibly is.
It's a round Twix.
But it's got a signature on it, according to this. I don't know what the signature is. There's some squiggly writing on the top. Yes, thank you for the biscuit review. Oh, I'm thanking myself. What am I doing? Right, let's go on to... Oh, I love this bit. Musical memories.
Musical memories.
Oh my God, what year is it? It is April the 19th, 1996. Oh my God. So what do I remember from this year? This was actually quite a hard year for me to sort of remember what I was doing, what was I listening to, and I went online. Obviously, I go online to see what was released that year, and then I went, yes, right, I remember this. So we had a hit single from a band called Space Hog, and the song was called In the Meantime, which I have fond memories of, and that triggered loads of memories.
Yeah.
Garbage, do you remember Garbage? They
Yeah.
came on. It came on TFI Friday, and I was blown away. You know, with I've been watching. He's made a return. What's his name? Ginger. TFI Friday. Ginger. What's his name?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. He's returned. It's back every Friday, but it's on YouTube. It's on Virgin, but you can watch it on YouTube. If you missed the '90s, guys, and you want to return to it, just go on YouTube. He's back. It's obviously pre-recorded, but it's cool to watch, and they sort of interject some of the old interviews as well as loads of new ones as well. But I specifically remember seeing Garbage that year, and they were brilliant. And that was a great band because it was from the producer Butch Vig, who produced the Nevermind album and the Smashing Pumpkins album, which was Siamese Dream. He put Garbage together. So when you listen to Garbage, it almost sounds a bit Smashing Pumpkins, a bit sort of Nirvana-y. It's a cool album, and they're great live, great band. So yeah,
Was
really
it a
cool.
Scottish woman that was the
He
main
was,
singer?
yeah, Scottish, yeah, yeah, still going, but I don't think Butch is in the band anymore.
Hmm.
But yeah, cool band. Also, Alanis Morissette brought out her album that year, and that was a brilliant album. I remember reading, because I used to read a lot of album reviews back then, and I remember reading a review of that album literally before it blew up into this massive thing, or she did, and thinking, oh, I'll get that, I'll try it out, because it got like 4 stars. I tried it out and I fell in love with it before anyone else did. And I kept going to people, listen to this album, it's brilliant, it's really, really cool, she's got so much attitude, so cool. And of course, she went on to be massive, Alanis Morissette. Great album, great debut album from her. Really cool. And it was that year, so all these songs just jogged so many memories. I moved back to England that year. I was kind of backwards and forwards from Sweden. So I lived in Sweden for 6 years. Didn't really know what I was doing. I was a bit kind of lost in Sweden at this point. Couldn't really get a job. It was freezing cold. So I kept coming back to England for longer stints. And I started getting back into my building work again, and I was actually earning really good money. And I think that was the nail in the coffin for me to sort of move back here permanently, because I was earning good money, and I had a craving to earn good money after not earning hardly anything for 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's a point where you go, right, I need to do something in my life. I really want to earn some money. So I got back into building. I was banging out extension after extension. I got in with this builder, Mark, and we were just doing massive structural alterations. Like, we would take out the whole back of a house and have it jacked up on, like, I remember counting 45 acros, holding the whole back of this house up. And we had these massive RSJs that were so big, they came in 3 sections, and we had like 4 genie lifts to get them up, bolt them together. And then obviously I had to do all the brickwork above, and then pack it all in with slate and cement. And they were just massive jobs that we were earning good money back then. This was before the financial crash in 2007, but it was good times. And I remember this guy I used to work with, Mitch, right, Shaun. He was from the Isle of Bute, Scottish guy, a real character to work with. But he was a bit like a ball in a china shop.
Yeah.
I kind of took my time over things. I was a bit cautious. You have to be very cautious in the building. It is a dangerous job to be in, and if you're not cautious, it can be deadly. But he wasn't. He had no fear but fear itself. He would just go in there like a ball in a china shop and just go, let's just get it done. So on this particular occasion, I remember we got this job to take down a chimney stack, and we didn't have time to do it in the week because we were busy doing other stuff. So we'd do it the weekend. So anyway, I got there late that Saturday morning, and he was meeting me there, and I thought we'd get up there, assess the situation. But by the time I got there, he'd already taken the chimney stick down. Not brick by brick. He'd literally gone up on the roof and kicked the thing over. The whole thing just went flying off the top of the roof and just obliterated like on the floor. There was just this massive pile of rubble. I thought, oh my God, what have you done? I thought we'd had an accident or something. He said, no, we've got it down, our boy, we've got it down. Now let's get down the pub. Hang on a minute, you can't just go down the pub. We've got to clean this up. We've got to clean it up. So anyway, we spent like 2 hours just cleaning this rubble up and the job was done. I mean, but you know, I think we charged the client like 1,200 quid to take it down, which was still the cheapest price because clients back then were getting loads of quotes and we always said get 3 quotes in. We were still the cheapest, but he literally took it down in under 5 minutes.
That's excellent.
It was mad. And that's not the only chimney stack story. I've got so many others where I'd gone up on this chimney stack and I was literally taking it down brick by brick. Mitch was down the bottom and it was rock hard, this chimney stack. It was built out of like a really strong gauge of cement mortar. And I was whacking it and this bit of tile flew off and hit me in the eye and it was stuck in my eye. And I absolutely shat my pants because I thought I'd lost my eye. I couldn't see out of it. And I looked down with my other eye and there was all this blood all over my hands. I thought I'd lost my eye. And I'm up on a roof with this chimney stack. So I ran, well, I didn't run. I came down this ladder, white as a ghost, panicking, shouting, swearing, get the ambulance, I've lost my eye. Anyway, the ambulance turned up and they said, you haven't lost your eye, but you've got tile or something stuck in your eye. Mitch followed the ambulance in my van. So he got the keys for my van. He followed the ambulance to the hospital. Cut a long story short, I got my eye sorted. They got the tile out. I had the best bloodshot eye I have ever seen in my life. My whole eye was bright red. I looked like the devil. So I looked like some weird demon. It was so weird. But I could see, and I hadn't lost my eye. I was absolutely, over the moon that I hadn't lost my eye. Anyway, we got outside the hospital. Mitch goes, where's the keys to the... I said, what do you mean, where's the keys to the van? I didn't drive the van here. He said, oh, no, I've locked them in the van. I said, how'd you do that? Because back then, you didn't have key fobs and alarms and stuff. You could quite easily leave the key in ignition and put the lock down on the door and lock the keys inside the van, which is what he did. But where did he park the bloody van? In the ambulance bay, in the emergency ambulance bay. So nobody could get in. So there was a massive queue of ambulances trying to get in. And Mitch is going, oh, sorry. And they're coming up to me. What have you done? You can't park here. Move your van. So we can't because we ain't got the keys. They're inside. Luckily, they'd obviously been to loads of emergencies before. They knew exactly how to break into a van. They went to the perimeter fence, cut a bit of the fence off and rammed it down in between the window and the door and managed to unlock it as like a cable in between the door. And we got inside and honestly, I was livid. The ambulance people were so angry. It was just one of those days. It couldn't have been a worse day, mate. I've got so many stories. Yeah, but they're two of my funniest chimney stack stories, man.
Oh my
Don't
God.
go and work on chimney. Now, you see all these Fred Dibner on TV, always glamorises it, doesn't he? Well, he doesn't. He is quite unbelievable, he's Fred. But I've been up places like that myself, and they're quite scary. But yeah, that's brought loads of memories back. I've been waffling on for too long, haven't I? What are your memories, Shaun?
Of chimneys?
Of April 96? No, not of chimneys.
Oh, right.
You've been up one, haven't you?
I've been on a roof.
Mm.
Yeah, my dad was a roof tiler, and my brother is a roof tiler. So I did help my dad for one summer just to get roofs done. And it was exhausting carrying them tiles up because it was like the mid to late 80s. So that there was no cranes or anything to get them up. I think I told you my dad used to put them on his head. Get some of your mum's tights. Put like a load of padding in them, so it made a round kind of sort of hat, and he'd put the tiles on his head and go up the ladder and balance them. And he used to do that. How did he do that? Yeah.
Well, back then, cement bags were 50 kg. They're 25 now, but it used to be twice the size back in the 80s. And they used to be like, if you had an apprentice on the site back then, if they were told to carry cement up to the bricklayers in a bag, you'd get some joker behind you with a knife, a standing knife. They'd split the bag without you knowing. So by the time you got to the top of the ladder, all the cement dust had gone down your back. Because they'd cut the back of the bag without you knowing, because you wouldn't know. It's so quiet. You'd feel it all going down your back, all this cement, and the time you got to the top, it'd be like half a bag. And the rest would be all down the ladder. There's the sort of things they used to play on you. It's mad. You wouldn't get that today. It's all health and safety. Yeah, it's tough work though, mate. Yeah. Come on then, what are your musical memories? Orbital?
Orbital. I saw them last year or year before, playing the first 2 albums. They never named their albums, but they were green cover and orange cover. So it's the green and orange albums. Yeah, they were touring them, but this album, Insides, I think it's their, what do you call it? GOAT, greatest of all time. What's that word? The coup de grace. What do you call it? Anyway,
I don't know.
It's their.
What sort of music is it? Orbital. Is it synth wave kind of thing?
It's electronic.
Hip hopping.
Yeah, it's a bit more melodic kind of bassy break beats. Mm-hmm. It's a bit sort of. There's samples in it. Yeah. And this, I've listened to it twice. It's really, really good. Magnum opus, is that the word?
Yeah.
Magnum opus. This was their album that I thought was just excellent. I've listened to it twice recently. It really holds up. It's such a good album. So melodic. It goes well together. It's got its ups and downs. There's a lot of use of break beats. I think it was quite popular in the industry at the minute. I think the Prodigy sort of pushed break beats and the drum and bass scene.
That sort of time Prodigy were about, actually, yeah.
Yeah, but it is excellent. I've listened to it twice. Such good tunes, such good beats, and very, very good album. And it's exactly April 1996, which is when I think this is when Metal Slug was released, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's such a brilliant album. That's just the one for me. That.
Okay. Well, let's get into the top 10 singles chart of 1996, of April 1996. At number 10, going down, peaked at number 1, is Take That, How Deep Is Your Love. At number 9, peaked at number 8, is X-Files, DJ Dadu. You know any of these, let me know, right?
No, I think I was out of pop music by this time. I was listening to me electronic stuff.
There's some good stuff in here. At number 8, we've got Balls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine. Yes, rock and roll. Brilliant band. Number 7, going down from number 5, is Give Me a Little More, Gabrielle. Remember Gabrielle? New at number 6, Californian Love, Tupac, FT, Dr. Dre. Sounds like your thing. Here's one I remember because it was part of the Eurovision entry or contender, I should say. Ooh, just a little bit. Gina G.
Oh yeah.
She's going up at number 5. Number 4 going down from number 2 is Children, Robert Miles. At number 3 going up is Return of the Mac, Mark Morrison. Return of the Mac, come and go. Return of the Mac, bet you loved that, didn't you?
I remember that Robert Miles one. That's been used a lot, that tune.
Number 2, X-Files, Mark Snow. Don't know that one. I'll probably do if I heard it. Number 1, you're going to love this one, is Firestarter, Prodigy. That was probably the last great British band that made top the US charts. Was Prodigy. What a great band. You were into them, weren't you?
Yeah, I like them. Saw them live. It was great. I told you I had that at my wedding, didn't I? I think I've said on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said the slow dance. Just put the slow dance on when me and Jan and then bang the Firestarter on.
Yeah, awesome.
So
She loved that.
She loved that. That was a sign of things to come.
What you should have had was Christopher, Lady in Red.
Yeah.
Dance.
Or
what I would have chose would have been Russ Abbott's Atmosphere. Do you know that one? Oh, what an atmosphere. I love a party with a happy atmosphere. That's a cracking tune, that is. Why has no one ever covered that? Great.
I can think why.
Bit of Russ Abbott.
Russ Abbott. I don't know, right? For our American listeners will know Russ Abbott.
No, they probably won't.
Very English guy. Right. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Featured game review.
Feature game review.
It is Metal Slug by Nazca Corporation,
Correct.
1996. It is an 8-way stick with 3 buttons: fire, jump, and bomb.
Yeah, and get out vehicle.
And get out of vehicle, yeah.
Down and jump, gets out. So I'll read the first bit, mate. So the game is my favourite genre of game. It is run and gun. And it's created by the team that brought you In the Hunt, Undercover Cops, Gun Force. I'm sure there's another 2 or 3 they made. Really brilliant games. They left IREM, because they're all IREM games, to form the Nazca Corporation. The company was formed in 1994 by a group of arcade manufacturer IREM employees after the shutdown of its video game division, and became a subsidiary of SNK in 1996, and later went on to create the first 3 Metal Slug games. I think after 3 they were done by another team, I'm pretty sure. The game uses standard 3-button configuration: shoot, jump, grenade, blah blah. The player starts each mission with a simple handgun with infinite ammo and 10 grenades. Throughout the missions, the player can find several weapons which are more powerful but have limited ammo, as well as ammo and grenades. At the end of the mission lies a large boss to fight. During a mission, the player must destroy the enemies, their machinery, whilst rescuing the POWs who are scattered in the missions. When rescued, the POWs reward the player with weapons, ammo, or elusive items which give bonus points for the player. Each POW rescued is counted at the end of the stage, giving extra points to the player. However, if the player dies during a mission, the POW count will reset. That's really annoying, to 0.
Yeah, because you've rescued them and they've run off.
Yeah.
You've rescued your prisoners. They've ran off to safety. Then you die. And
Yeah.
you haven't rescued the prisoners anymore. That's one of my bugbears with the game.
Yeah, because you're a reincarnation, that's why.
Yeah.
You're a different person. Many POWs and items are hidden in the missions. Some of them are really hard to find. And they can be found by shooting specific points in the scenery. The player will also be able to use vehicles known as slugs, most of which are equipped with Vulcan and unlimited ammo and a cannon, and protects the player from some hits. The player can leave a slug anytime by pressing down and jump, as well as sending the vehicle to explode at the enemies. I never did that. By pressing the shoot and jump. If the vehicle takes many hits, it will start flashing red and the player must evacuate it before it explodes. Do you want to read the rest?
Yeah, that's when you can press down and jump because it fires off.
Right.
And you can use it. I've only ever got it to good twice. The main series of Metal Slug was created mainly for the SNK's Neo Geo system. In 2006, SNK Playmore, who bought SNK, drops. I'll put links in, which is the Metal Slug story, the Metal Slug 30th anniversary. It's the 30th anniversary, you know. So that's weird that we're covering it now.
Yeah.
And there's a website which is brilliant. Or actually, on that website, it does a video. It shows like all the games, all the mainline games as I call them. You know, not the sort of RPG stuff and that. And at the end, there's a little cab, and it flashes mission reboot, a new mission awaits.
Right.
So it leads you to believe that SNK Playmore, I think it is working on a new Metal Slug. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
In 2006, SNK Playmore dropped the now 15-year-old Neo Geo flavor in favour of Sammy's Atomiswave platform. I've played that in Arcade Club. It's good. And Atomiswave in 2008, a series was taken to the Nintendo DS handheld. Many spin-offs have been created, and for other systems and mobile devices. This is the missions, right? Mission 1, Jungle and Forest. They're all got their own character. They're hand drawn, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's what the ongoing appeal is, I think. Mission 2, there's a mountain village and caves. Mission 3 is desert and canyons. It's just as broad sort of sweeps. Death Valley is Mission 4 with a railway bridge and battlefield. Mission 5 is a European style city, and the final mission, Coastal Fortress and General Morden's headquarters. I'll just read these notes bit. You lose you've said this, you lose the rescued prisoner bonus if you die during a level. If you finish a level quick enough, see, I couldn't do this. I know you did it.
I worked it out myself.
You can get 100k bonus.
Yeah.
Did you just race through it and not get anything?
Yeah, no, I was thinking, I look at someone's score, and I thought, how did he get that 100,000? What has he done? And then so I was trying to work out, right, has he killed every single enemy that's appeared throughout that mission? So I've done that, and then I worked out that the teddies started appearing more. So I'm pretty sure there's a first stint of the first mission. If you shoot everything, the teddy will appear just at the crate the water is. And if you didn't, it wouldn't. And then I worked out if I just rush through it really quickly, you'd get 100,000 point bonus on top of, I think you have to get the prisoners and you have to save your slug. So that's 120,000 points on the first mission right off the back. And it's not hard. Once you've worked out where everything is, it's easy to do. 120,000 points straight off the back. And then if you kill the enemies at certain points, you gain, I said that, you get 50k for the teddies. There's 2 teddies on the mission.
I was only getting 5k for the teddies, you know. 5,000 when they're under that.
Or maybe it is 5 then. Maybe I misread there. Maybe it is only 5.
No, I think there's 50. I don't know.
You might be right. It's hard to see because it only comes up for a short amount of time, doesn't it? You've got to be really quick to see the digits. Gameplay tips from Carlito.
This is what is.
Apparently, you can gain. This is what he says. Apparently, you can gain a short period of invincibility when you jump in and out of your tank, which top players make use of. I just kept getting shot when I tried it. Maximise the time you have to squeeze more points from respawning enemies. Grab all the bonus items near the start of Mission 2 for up to 150k. So there you go. If you're lucky. Near the start of Mission 5, never got nowhere near that. Use the basic gun with infinite ammo to gain well over 100k on extra points firing at the parked armoured truck thing. Moving on to graphics. Groundbreaking and the pinnacle of sprite art. Just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And this is why I love that era. It's still good to come back to and play because they never look dated. It's why you've got so many retro-inspired games today because it never gets old. Sound effects. I found them quite brutal, but satisfying, especially when you get the screaming sounds from the enemies being burnt from your flame gun. Ah! I thought that was really cool.
There's lots of little things they're doing, like smoking and like jumping up and being
Yeah.
surprised and getting shot and
Yeah. There's little ducks floating along, aren't there, doing their thing? Did you notice that?
I didn't
In the
notice the
water, there's a little
ducks.
duck doing his thing, that ducks do.
There's that much going on, and
Yeah.
some of them look shocked when they see you. There's so much detail in the graphics, and
Yeah.
they're giving these little characters like their own little persona, aren't they? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is.
And what I like, the animations are great because you can just run through an enemy in this game, whereas a lot of games you can't do that. If you touch an enemy, you're dead. But, you know, if the animation hasn't started, like he hasn't gone to draw out his knife or hasn't started to aim his gun, you can just run through them and then turn around, come back and stab him in the back. I love that. It's just great. There's different ways of taking out enemies.
You can melee them from the front, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
and from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music is excellent.
Music, yeah. Ports and sequels, loads, but most recent turn-based game, which I've got on the Switch. It's actually quite good. I played it. It's just nice to see a Metal Slug turn-based game. I thought it was really good.
These are the arcade releases in chronological order. Metal Slug 1, 96. Number 2 was 98. Metal Slug X, which we covered on the podcast, which was like a faster version of Metal Slug 2 because there was a complaint that Metal Slug 2 had so much slowdown. So they released Metal Slug X. I'll put another link in the show notes. There's the history of SNK and Metal Slug. It's brilliant. Metal Slug 3 2000, 4 was 2002, 5 was 2003, which was the last one on the Neo Geo hardware. Remember that's 13 years old at this point because it was released in 1990. That hardware. So Metal Slug 6 was the one on Atomisware. That was the last one in the arcade. 2006.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the art style on that one.
Was it different?
Yeah, it just doesn't look as well drawn, I don't think, in my opinion. Whereas the DS one, the Metal Slug 7, I think that's really good actually on the DS. I used to own that.
Yeah, there is a 7. Yeah. Right, trivia. The missions do have names, right? Not mission 1, mission 2. The poetic mission names are widely known from the official soundtrack releases and also SNK reference material rather than the game itself. They're not in the game. So number 1, mission 1 is called Absolute Thick Forest. Number 2 is called A Wish for a Morning Glow. Number 3 is called Iron Cavalryman in Hell. Mission 4 is called Death Valley. Mission 5 is called The City Under Despotism. And 6 is the Memorial Sea. Lovely names, but you don't see them in the game. Only on the soundtrack album and also in the reference material that SNK released. Yeah.
I think you can get the vinyl soundtrack to Metal Slug. I wouldn't mind getting that actually on vinyl. Do love video game vinyl. Right, the high score countdown.
High score countdown.
That's countdown, isn't it? Oh dear.
Right.
Where am I?
Shall I start it off?
Go on, love.
At number 33 participants, which is really good. And at number 33, we have Ponder Colin Jones with 42,300.
Sal Bug with 47,400. This game is he loves his janky stuff. This holds no light to Kangaroo, but in all seriousness, I pretty much love anything Neo Geo. Love the graphics, sound, gameplay, all of it. Unfortunately, life got in the way again, so I only managed to play. He played one game and got 47,400. That's not bad.
No. Davey Boy, 52,410. Hi, Shaun and Alex. I missed the cut-off for the last couple of shows. The more I played Dead Connection, the less I liked it, to be honest. I played this one for a couple of nights. Great game. Beautiful pixel graphics, though I'm not very good at it. Also been enjoying Alex's YouTube channel, Al's Arcade, which I've just recently started watching. Such a friendly bunch, you and your guest, Alex. Keep up the great work. Cheers, Davey Boy. Thanks, mate.
J Ping Barber 58.2, Petal Shrug, one of the few arcade games outside of the golden age of 79 to 87, yeah, that can be considered a classic. Beautiful to look at, a great sense of humour, fantastic game design, and very addictive. Score updates on Sidekick.
Zestora, 60,020.
Mark Watlow Gravy 61,510.
Majoc, 78,610.
Ed Horse 112,510.
Andrew M45, 114,000.
Paul McCaskey also 114,810.
At number 25, Stacey King, 122,130. It was the final time picking my daughter up from drama, so with an hour to kill, I had time to start on a high score. Not played since I had a PSP. The Metal Slug was heavily inspired by Bonaparte from Dominion Tank Police, one of my favourite anime series. Cool.
They said it wasn't actually, but there's a good video. There's a good video that I'll link to, which is the history of SNK, SNK Playmore, and 8-Bit Boy UK, who helped out with the Kong off 9, 126,210. Had to have one more go. Glad I did.
Vader GP, 147,810.
Retro Rex, Rich Young, 148,410.
Mr. Messi, 148,500. Metal Slug, what a fantastic game, true classic. However, unlike seemingly everyone else, I did not see this in the arcade back in the day. By 1996, arcades seemed to be either full of Virtua Fighters, Ridge Racers, or completely gone. If only if it had come out in 1989. It's funny you should say that, Mr. Messi, because I remember seeing Metal Slug in my local arcade, and it totally threw me out the year. So I thought I was in my arcade in the 80s, early 90s, but this is 96, which meant I was still in my arcade then. In my early 20s, I was still going down there because I remember playing it in there, which is incredible, really.
Jom, JOM, 166,440.
CMY Kazidan, is that right?
CMYK, that's a colour.
Oh, is it? It's the
Yeah.
colour code of Spectrum or
Colour
something.
code thing.
167,210. Without this high score change, I probably would never have spent the few hours appreciating this great game with tequilas. Nice one. Cheers, fellas.
In 18th place, One Punch Ron, 179,420. A great game let down by Slowdown. I didn't notice too much Slowdown, did you? A little bit.
Not really. Not enough to notice.
Making it difficult to judge dodging bullets. Add to that, losing your bonus when dying from Slowdown. Packing it up because I'm melting. Yeah, a lot of them are talking about the heat in the UK when this was being played.
Yeah. Whenever I turned on my machine, it just warmed the room up even more. It was just unbearable. At number 17, Peter Rhodes, 188,700. Hi, Shaun and Alex. Nothing bad to say about this game. Rightly a classic. Love the music, graphics, and gameplay. Didn't have as much time as I would have liked to find all the secrets this month, but I'd definitely be coming back for more. Cheers, Pete.
16th place, James Wise-Mids, 225,760. I still can't get the two hostages to appear in level 1. It is tricky, but you do hear them. You hear them, don't you? When you get the shot right. Made it as far as level 3, but I felt like I could do more. An incredible game, great tunes, amazing artwork, great pick. Yeah, it's universally
Yeah,
loved, this one, mate.
yeah. The hostages are in the waterfall, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just
Two
up in the
lots.
water.
There's at the beginning
Yes,
and the
that's
end of the
right.
waterfall, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Woody Allen or Alan Woodhouse, 239,580. Great score, mate.
Me, I got 262,050. I was regularly getting 150, 160,000 on level 1, but then I couldn't remember where the baddies were in level, where the guys were in level 2. I think I got to the end. Is that the end of level 2? Is that the one with the endless? You're on the train tracks, and it's the endless missile that keeps flying around and shooting you.
Yeah,
I think I,
finally got past.
I think I got to it, but didn't kill it.
Yeah, do you remember I was messaging you saying I cannot get past level 2 boss? It was doing
Yeah,
my head in. Eventually, I found the place to be on the screen and managed to do it a few times. And then I got to midway through stage 3 to where I got stuck on the machine gun guy. Um, Nitsa Yama, Stephen Bell, 307,820. Hi, out, Shaun. Had a busy month with little time for gaming, so I only had time for a handful of credits from Metal Slug earlier today. I really enjoyed the game and wish I'd had more time with it. The graphics are excellent and look especially good on a CRT. It's one of those games where it's worth watching someone else play. I agree. I mean, it's just one of those games you could watch, couldn't you? Anyone play.
mm.
Um, because there's loads of neat graphical flourishes that are easy to miss when playing it yourself. The only downside is the occasional slowdown, but we can't have everything. Huh? Looking forward to the next episode. Keep up the excellent work. Thanks, Stephen.
Hmm. Thanks, mate. Ross in 12th place, 319,660.
Brian Haribo, 336 to 30. I'm the best tank buster.
Yeah, you
And the
got
number 10 is me. Yeah. What do I get?
361,920.
I know that's nearly exactly 100,000 more than you. That's probably just that 100,000 I got on that first level.
Yeah.
But as I said, I've got to stay mid to stage 3. The machine gun guy that keeps jumping up and down. That's as far as I got. But it's definitely a game I'll go back to.
Yeah, Tony Riccardi
Um,
sent a video where he got 400,000 on the first 2 levels, but he didn't beat
yeah,
level 3 on 1 credit because that machine gun
yeah,
guy is evil. Anyway, Aid
yeah.
Skyway, we're in the points now. 439,780. Metal Slug, so much going on and a really fun game. Big points if you save at least 10 prisoners. It's surprisingly easy to mess up and lose a life, and your bonus though. I still prefer Demon Front. The controls just feel a little bit tighter on that, and the gameplay more satisfying. What do you think, Demon Front?
I would 100% agree. Demon Front is a better game. It's still the one to beat, in my opinion. Old Man Steve gets 3 points at number 8 with 446,510.
Rygar, 4 points in 7th place. This is how tight it is at the top. 514,930. Didn't think I'd enjoy Metal Slug, but it's growing on me. Love the incongruous jazz noodling in the background.
Yeah, excellent. Good score there, mate. Gaz Quickfall, 5 points with 543,910. Great game. Got to level 4 a couple of times, but I hate that MF with the machine gun on level 3. Yes, that's where I had the most trouble, mate. Looking forward to next month's game, guys.
Right, in 5th place, look at these mega points now with 6 points. Tony Riccardi with 709,920. Well, I did it just in the nick of time. He just got his score in about 10 to 5 on last Saturday. Halfway through mission 4. Happy slugging.
That's a great score, Tony. Really good score. Jack Solby, 7 points with 736,220.
Chuck Sobey.
Oh yeah, got to say it right. haven't
Jux
I?
Salbe, I think.
Juxtaposition.
Putting the funny face there. Right, yeah.
I'm just lowering my voice. That's all I'm doing.
Swamp Donkey's come up trumps. He's back from the not dead, but he hasn't played a lot. Swamp Donkey 77, 8 points, 749,290. That is mega points.
Wow, but not as mega as Mr. Berserker with 9 points. 912,660. Got to mission 5 boss. That's my lot. Oh my god. How many missions is there? 6.
There's 6, yeah. I think these
Yeah.
guys play it so much. They deserve to get the scores because they put so much time into it. So Carlito's number 1 again with 10 points, 1,121,000. Been sat in my knickers enjoying the sunshine with the Evercade handheld. I saw a picture and I said, "Is that the original Evercade?" I said, "Does it run on that?" He says, "Yeah, it runs perfect on the original Evercade." I've still got that one, and playing this 1996 classic. Reached the start of mission 5, but didn't last long after that. Loving the show, guys. Thank you.
Wow. Start of mission 5. So he's got to 1C it if you've got that far now, hasn't he? Got to.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, great scores, guys.
Right, so that gives us the high score league table. We are up to 7 games played. I think we've got July, August, September, October, November. Oh, hang on. July, August, September, October, November. Another 6. Right, in singing now. That's bad. In 19th place, Michael Vortman with 1 point. Lemmy Barnett 1 point. John Saul, a boat of car 1 point. Ivan Storm, Ian Cullen. Lots of people on 1 point. I'll put I'll put it on website. So, Groove Furnishings, Copper Band, Ed Horse, all on 2 points, 3 points. Stuart Time Warp, Mark Hodo with 3 points, 3 points. Ross 3 points, 4 points. He's Jimmy Retro Rust, Davey Buff 5 points. J Ping Barber 5 points and played 5, you see. Tagster 6 points and played 2. And then we're going to the 7 points. Swamp Donkeys he's played 1 and he's got 8 points. And then me, look at this. I've played 7 games and got 8 points. That's not what I used to do. I don't put the time in now. I'm just here to entertain with the voices, not the gameplay anymore, because I'm crap. Brian Haribo is in 11th place with 9 points, and then you've got Peter Rhodes. You're in joint 8th place with 12 points, and then we've got like Carlito's first, Mr. Berserker's second. Carlito's got 67, Berserker's got 63, Rygar's got 39. Yeah, after winning.
Yeah, those top players there, they're so close, aren't they? It's like they've almost got top points for every game.
After winning
sort of
last year, I
89.
think Carlito's the guy for the champion now. I met him at Kong of 9. Rygar 39, Mitsuyama 37, Aid Skyway 32. They're the best players, I think. But Gaz Quickfall is doing really well. He's a new player. He's doing really well. So is Juk Sobe. Yuck. Sobe. So well played, everybody. That's great. 39 players, is it? Yeah, well, fantastic. Right, how? Poor lad. He's going to be traumatized. Traumatized. Right. How many 10p? Alex, he lost it. I'm gonna have to. I've heard it. What will this out? Right. How many 10p? Shush it. How many 10p's would you give this bad boy, sir?
9. 9 out of 10. I gave Demon Front 10 out of 10. It's a perfect game, that. I nearly gave this 10 out of 10, but yeah, it's just that little bit too tough for me to really get into. I got frustrated far too long on that level 2 boss. Maybe I didn't put enough time into it like I did with Demon Front. I mean, it's still a great score, 9 out of 10. But I think Demon Front's got more to it. And there's plenty more Metal Slug games out there still I haven't really put the time into. So maybe there's still a Metal Slug to be a 10 out of 10 yet. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, I also would give it a 9 out of 10. If you reduce the duration of the boss battles, I think Tony Riccardi said this on his video, they go on for ages, the boss battles, award extra lives. There's no extra lives, is there? I can't find any.
I don't think they were that. I didn't find them that long.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know. Yeah, they weren't too bad.
And if you keep the prisoner bonus after dying, if them 3 things were sorted, it'd be a 10 out of 10 for me. But a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Good
scores. Right. Next show's games. Your pick, mate. Your pick.
Next show's game.
Well, I said last month that we haven't played a platformer for a long time. I can't remember the last one, what it was, but a good year. We are playing Joe and Mac Returns, the original run and gun game of Joe and Mac. Joe and Mac Returns is a platformer. It's from Data East 1994. The ROM is joemacr, 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 version 1.1 on Pi, because there's another version. Difficulty medium, lives 3. These are all default settings. If you can look in the service mode, you can enable the service mode on MAME, but that's what they are anyway. Yeah, difficulty medium, lives 3. Submit your score. Another month to. Oh yeah, it's shooting by, isn't it? 25th of July. I forgot the year. 2026, 5 p.m. UK time. You can submit your score on Twitter or X on hashtag 10pscore, 10pscore, on the Sidekick app in the 10 plence. Oh dear me. In the 10 pence club section, or you can email biscuits@10pence.com. We love your emails. Get your ROMs wherever you can find them. They've got to be legit though, like MAME, Switch, Evercade, Raspberry Pi, Antstream. No continues allowed. And if you're a newbie and you don't know how the scores work, you get 10 points for first place, 9 points for second place, 8 points for third place, etc. And if you played the game, you just play the game and put a score in, you get 1 point. So I think most people do know that, but that's just to reiterate that. So there you go, mate. I shall put some of these links in the no-shows because they're beautiful.
Jack Sherber. Jack Sherber. Jack Sherber. That time of night.
Check out.
Well, we've been going for 2 hours? 2 hours we've been going.
Check out the Metal Slug website, the anniversary website. It's crazy. It's like a interactive game. There's so much going on in it, and it's got the history on it as well. Check out that website. I'll put a link in. It's in Japanese as well as English. I think it's Metal Slug /30th. I'll put a link in anyway. Anyway, kids, thank you for listening to this bump and Alex's bricklaying adventures.
God, that's what took up the time. I forgot about that.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. See, I didn't do that. I was just stuck in the pub half my adult life and nightclubs.
Nice. Geezer.
Right.
Cheers for that, mate.
Yeah.
My pleasure as always. And thanks everyone for listening to the podcast and all your lovely feedback. It's great. It really is great.
Get some more pictures as well. I know we've got pictures from tags to there from these BPAC adventures.
Yeah, we'll pick up videos. Don't have to be game room pics. I know that can be hard, but let's see some pickup videos. We want to see your pickup videos. Sorry, your pickup pics for the next podcast. That's what I want to see. So get them in, guys. Let's see what you got. Cheers, Shaun. Thanks very much, mate.
Yeah, take care.
See you on the next one.